You're listening to the sounds of the Wate, the world according to Eli.
You are now tuned in to the #1 podcast in the world, The Wate, the world according to Eli. Music, sports, video games, and culture. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the host of our show, Mr. Eli. Okay, check this out. Talk to me about the Patriots. I know this is your squad.
Yep.
Talk to me about what's going on with the Patriots.
Okay, so we are 3-0.
Oh, 3-0.
After Tom Brady's suspension. 4-game suspension. With a third-string quarterback.
Oh, third-string quarterback this week.
Because Garofalo got hurt.
Garofalo got hurt after week 2.
So now, my question is, do you give more credit to Bill Belichick or Tom Brady?
Okay.
For me, I give credit to Tom Brady.
Okay, let's hear your points.
So, after his second Super Bowl, he stopped becoming a game manager. Like, he became more than just a quarterback.
So, prior to that, he was a game manager.
Yeah.
And then he came into his own.
After he won the 2 Super Bowls, he came into his own. He was able to read the defenses. So when he goes in the field, he's the coach.
Oh, so he's an extension of the coach. You might be making my point for me, but continue on.
Listen, after his second Super Bowl, he became a game manager. He didn't have good weapons until Randy Moss. He didn't get real good wide receivers until Randy Moss.
Oh, okay.
Deion Branch was
a great point.
Deion Branch was a solid wide receiver.
But he wasn't a super
right, but he wasn't like a deep threat.
Got you. So he's basically been doing more with less, is what you're saying.
Right. Yeah. He's a 4-time champion. He's had, let me see. He's played 225 games.
225 games. Spit them facts, young man.
He's had 225 games. He's played 200. He's completed 63 of his passes.
63%? Okay.
62%.
That's a pretty decent.
Yeah, he's averaged 58,000 yards in his entire career.
58,000 yards.
He's had 428 touchdowns.
Wow.
And he's only thrown 150 interceptions.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Oh, also, in the Giants Super Bowl where we lost in 2007, we were about to be undefeated. He got us down in late games, like fourth quarter late situation. He's got us the lead. If it wasn't for with Randy Moss. If it wasn't for Eli with the helmet catch, he could have had a chance.
Okay, so he could have had an undefeated season.
Yes. Awesome.
Okay, you might want to hold some of that in the chamber, young man.
Hold up. Oh, and then again, on the other 3 Super Bowls that we did win, he got us down the field.
Okay.
Granted, there was a field goal case, but he still got us down the field.
And put y'all in position.
And put us in position.
Okay, those are some very good points. I'm going to say Belichick is the reason Tom Brady has those 4 Super Bowls and have went to 6. Now, Belichick without Tom Brady is 14-5. Okay, in games in games that Belichick has had to coach without Tom Brady, he is 14-5. Now, he is 6-0 with a first-time quarterback. That has never been done in the history of the game. The closest is 4-0. He's taken 6 different quarterbacks and put them on the field for the first time, their very first game ever, and they have come away victorious. That means he can almost put me out there. It's the system. It's not Tom Brady.
No.
It's the system that is dominant because he's proving it. He's proving it right now. This is the 3rd quarterback or they got a third-string quarterback out there against top-notch competition.
It was against the Texans.
The Texans were 2-0 at the time. The Texans have a stellar defense. The Texans, this year is supposed to be the year that they move to the next level. In week 1 against the Cardinals, a team that went to the national championship game, he rolls out Jalafalo or Galafalo or Buffalo, whatever his name is. Right? He rolls him out and demolishes that team. This is the system. Okay?
You can't do that.
Now, Belichick has also won a title or 2 as a defensive coordinator. So he's been around long enough. He knows, and all of these coaches, this is my last point I'm going to make on this. All of these coaches who leave him are unsuccessful. Okay? Rarely does a quarterback leave Belichick and wins a Super Bowl. Josh McDaniels had to come back. The guy from Notre Dame, I forget the coach's name, the fat coach from Notre Dame, who was also in the pros, he hasn't succeeded. You leave Tom Belichick, you do not succeed. I think, and this is just my humble opinion, if Peyton Manning had Belichick as his quarterback, he might have 7 Super Bowls. That's how good Peyton is, and that's how good the system is. What do you have to say to that?
Okay. You had some really good points. But you can't discredit Tom Brady's skill. You can't.
Okay.
If you had any other, let's say Matt Cassel.
Matt Cassel.
Who did go 11-5.
He went 11-5.
And
You're making my point. He went 11-5
okay.
with Bill Belichick.
All right.
He didn't make the playoffs. It was a tough year that year.
Which
but
was
11-5. But 11-5 is pretty good.
Yeah. But let's say he had Matt Cassel instead of for that just 08 year. Let's just say he had him for the entire, instead of Tom Brady, let's just say he had Matt Cassel overall.
Uh-huh.
I don't think they would have won 4 championships. Because Matt Cassel is not to the level of Tom Brady.
He's not as clutch as Tom, is what you're saying.
He wouldn't get them down the field 3 straight times.
Gotcha.
To win 3 Super Bowls. And then Tom in the 4th Super Bowl was 12-14 in terms of completions.
In the 4th quarter.
And he won it off of a touchdown and a pick.
Okay. So I tell you what. Maybe it's safe to say that both of them.
Yeah, they're a good marriage.
They're a good marriage. So I think we'll end that debate there, ladies and gentlemen, to say we got to give credit to both of them.
Now we're gonna talk about Jose Fernandez passing.
Yeah, that was tough.
Sunday morning.
Early Sunday morning.
Early Sunday morning. It completely shocked me, and I'm pretty sure it shocked the entire MLB and Cuba. Just because that was unexpected.
Yes.
You're 24 years old.
Yeah, so get into some of the details of this, man. I heard some things.
I recently heard this earlier today on ESPN that he had an argument with his girlfriend before he left.
Ooh.
Which was crazy. Well, he had an argument with his wife before he left, and to hear about that, that's not good because,
Well, that's not good for a couple of reasons.
Yeah, because you don't want to say goodbye to your lover on a bad note.
Absolutely. Now she's got to carry that guilt with her.
Right.
That they were in an argument.
And she's pregnant, so now the kid won't see his father.
Yeah, that's tough.
And then the boat crashed into a rock.
All right, so talk to me about that.
Yeah, now I think somebody might have been drinking. Whoever was driving the boat.
Don't speculate there, young man. But this is just your opinion.
Right, this is just my opinion.
Because at that time of the night,
right,
you hit a bunch of rocks.
Right, and how did,
So allegedly.
Allegedly, they,
But the toxicology report hasn't come back yet, so we're not sure.
Right.
But
in my opinion, I feel like somebody was drunk. Whoever was driving was drunk.
Okay, he wasn't driving, so we know he wasn't the one that was drunk.
Yeah, that's why I said the driver. I think the driver was drunk, and he didn't see the rock, and and it's dark at night. You don't got a flashlight.
Absolutely.
So I just feel like it's just sad.
And his record was what was his record? 38-17. As a professional.
Right. Yeah.
And he had a lot of promise too. So we want to send our condolences out
to the family, his friends,
to his family and friends.
MLB, and Cuba.
Oh man, let's talk about the Chris BOSH situation because it's tough.
Well,
tell me what's going on with that.
He failed his physical.
Okay.
To another blood clot situation, and Pat Riley has decided to let him go.
Do you think Pat is wrong for that, or? Cause let me ask you. You have your career. If he dies
on the court,
that looks bad for
that's a
NBA.
Huge,
for Miami Heat
and Pat
Riley. It looks bad for BOSH's family. He's got 5 children. His wife. His money is guaranteed.
Right.
So I know the passion for the game is there. But what would you do in that situation?
I would have done it a lot sooner.
Okay.
Because that's a major injury.
Absolutely.
That's like a critical warning type of injury.
Absolutely. Anything messing with your heart and blood clots and
just I understand that he still has a passion, but I care more about his safety than him just playing basketball.
Absolutely. Well said, young man.
And you're still going to get the money after the books, you're still going to get your money.
Right, because insurance will take care of that. Pat Riley and them may benefit because that money may come off their salary cap.
Right.
I don't think that's why he's doing it. I just think no one wants to be responsible
for Chris BOSH
if something happens.
Yeah.
Do you think another team will sign him?
No. He has to retire.
So what would he do? He looked like he'd make a great broadcaster.
Yeah, I can see him at ESPN or NBA TV.
Okay.
Doing that.
Young man. Okay. And we had another police shooting, man. Yeah. Out in Charlotte, man. Keith Scott, I believe his name was, had his hands up or appeared to have his hands up, and you can hear his wife in the background. Right. She's filming, and they gunned him down, man. They say they found a gun, but he didn't have no gun in his hand.
He didn't have no gun in his hand. He was unarmed.
So where are we going with this, young man? This is your future. This is your generation.
Yeah.
I mean, and we're starting to see more and more of this.
It's not safe. I feel like it's not safe to even go outside and hang out with my friends because at any moment we can all get gunned down. Even with your hands up. Even with my hands up. And I'm a kid, with cerebral palsy.
Right.
And I don't feel safe.
Wow. Say that again.
I'm a kid with cerebral palsy, and I do not feel safe.
Wow. So something has to be done.
I don't really know what could be done.
I believe the officers need better training.
Yeah, that's what we said last week.
You know what I mean? Same thing.
But if it keeps happening, it's starting to get tiring.
Absolutely. And something...
I feel like a big thing has to happen, but I don't want to say violent.
But something life-changing.
Right.
Something has to take place to bring attention.
Right, to all these police shootings.
Yeah. For the parents out there with children with autism, I want to hit you with some statistics. In 1983, it was 1 in every 10,000 children that had autism. In 2008, it was 1 in 150. So that's a dramatic drop, drop in terms of percentage. And in 2013, according to naturalnews.com, 1 in 88 children. So
vaccine shots are not safe for kids or babies.
Right. Well, we have to say allegedly when we say that. Yeah. But there's been reports that come out that parents need to really reconsider the vaccinations because it's the one consistent thing that we seeing when it comes to autism. And, because we always repping for children with disabilities. Right. We always want to add some information out there that can help these children.